And you both have been very intensely involved in the groups, and the more intensely we engage in them and the more intensely we let the light in, you know, the more the other stuff bubbles up. Did you find anything, did you find that the sessions affected you in a way that it pushed up things afterwards, or that things came up afterwards more strongly than you would normally have?
Opening, really, more compassion, more kindness, more
more opening,
more there's satsang, like the love is exhilarating, and
good,
you know,
okay.
just I slept really well, and it's just really good, isn't it, to connect with so many different people that are all speaking from the same sort of, you know, heart, you know, it's like we're all on the same wavelength, aren't we?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Could we talk a little bit more about non-attachment? Because I don't know whether I got it all wrong. Because I, you know, how can you not be attached to your family? You know, say, you know, somebody in your family is seriously ill, or, you know, like your children, for example, or your parents. You know, like that's like literally a bond, isn't it? That can't be broken. But it, what does it mean to you, Eva? Like, how would you, how do you understand it?
Well, non-attachment, I find, can sometimes be like seen as, you know, sometimes it can be like just a form of dissociation. So like, for instance, when people say like the body is an illusion, you are not the body, so you kind of just cut off from the body in some ways, you know, and then you feel like really spiritual because you're not attached. But I find that doesn't work, you know, because there is bodies, you know, for a reason, and the reason is not that it's just a trick to make us find out that we are not it anyway. You know, we got tricked.
Yeah.
And what I find really interesting, like for instance, like if you take the attachment to the body, or feeling, just, but it could be anything. It could be an emotion, it could be anger, it could be fear, it could be any of these things. I find the more I allow myself to embody, the less, you know, the more obvious it becomes that identifying with it is literally impossible, you know, because it's not possible. You cannot find any point in your body to identify with, really, you know, as yourself. I can see what matters is what matters in all of that embodied being and embodied life is how much it is aligned to the reality of what really is, you know, because that is when it starts to transform and change and become magical in a way, as long as we identify with an idea of separation and separateness and suppress and, you know, uncomfortable feelings and the negative things we don't want to feel and all this kind of stuff. The more sort of just patterns tend to run our life, you know, that we don't necessarily want to be living. So there is a differentiation, and just because everything is one, it doesn't mean it's all great, you know. It's kind of like if all is one, but it's a completely unconscious pattern that is really destructive. Like, it's not great that we're destroying the planet, is it?
Like, is it just sort of being in the body, like learning, like we were saying before, about kind of the knowing, and just being able to feel into whatever is arising? Is that the kind of meaning of embodiment? Or,
you know, it's like one of these words where probably nobody knows what it means.
Nobody knows.
Before, it's better in English, you know. In Spanish, it's like encarnación or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like weird. How to explain it, you know? Like,
But if you look at any of these words, you know, like embodiment, the heart, I mean, consciousness, you can use whichever words you want. Ultimately, they're all words that we cannot ultimately comprehend fully, you know. And I mean, when I was looking for words,
and even it's like a movement, no? When you feel when someone say embodiment, is like embodiment, no? Like you take a dress or a t-shirt or something and you put on. I feel like embodiment. I don't know.
I think it's like why I chose the word embodiment is because it's like in the non-duality movement there clearly is that sort of tendency to just not be embodied at all, and it's very much like duality. You know, duality is somewhere up there, you know, and everything below there is kind of insignificant because it's just manifestations. You know, it's just like what do you mean? It's just manifesting. Just look at it. I mean, how incredible is it? You know, how unbelievable is it? How unfathomable is it? And, you know, it's that it's embodiment just brings that real connection with the magic of life. Instead of seeing it, you know, I've seen like these descriptions recently where people go like, yeah, where there's a physical and then there's a subtle and then there's the causal, you know, when everything is sort of categorized in different levels of, and the physical is always just like the gross physical, you know, the yucky the yucky plane, you know, it's all the pain and suffering and shit and all of that, you know. And then comes the subtle, and that's already a little bit more attractive because it's like subtle, you know, it's golden lights and it's auras and it's all that kind of stuff, you know. And then comes the causal, and then it gets really important and everyone's enlightened and it's the source or whatever, you know. But I really cannot see that anymore, that has any form of significance, that sort of hierarchical worldview, you know, because the manifest existence, the so-called manifest existence, is so bloody incredibly mysterious. You know, it's so unbelievably mysterious. Nature is unbelievable, and to just call it like the gross physical, I mean, come on. I mean, look at all those flowers, you know. How can you call them the gross physical? I mean, all those flowers, you know, they're just, and all this incredible growing of plants and forests and nature, and how, I mean, just my garden, I'm just like, every time a new flower comes up, I'm just like, wow, you know, and how does it do it, and how does it know, and how does it grow, and it's just like everything is unbelievable. So yeah, embodiment, I feel, is very much about that, about recognizing that we don't need to go anywhere to look for something exciting, because this is unbelievably exciting. We just haven't we're just so dissociated from it. You know,
I won't cry.
But you know what I mean, right?
Sorry, I'm with the period. I'm quite emotional. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's fine. You can cry. Oh yeah. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're very welcome to cry.
Okay.
That's it, though, yeah. Isn't it? It's like, you know, we were saying before that people can get so lost in that whole illusion, everything's illusion, and then they forget that the whole basis of non-duality is just love. And then it's like, I did this on one of the groups, so I said, you know, I just completely went the other way and said how, you know, I had this kind of real, kind of, I call them love moments, and it just came out, you know, how beautiful everything is. Because nobody really wants to go into that, and that's really the basis of everything, isn't it? Not just
yeah, absolutely.
Rather hold on to this concept of the illusion rather than embracing love.
Yeah. And it's just always looking for the, you know, looking for the spiritual realm somewhere else, you know, like it's somewhere else. It's like, it can't be like that blue sofa with them underlying on it. You know, that can't be the spiritual world. You know what I mean? But that you do realize that I meant the opposite.
Never used that on me ever again.
It's like you can't. It might just
use the word me.
I mean, just the real. I mean, let's do it. Let's just do that. Let's just do this. Let's do this meditation. Yeah, with you on the sofa. Yeah. So Kalia and I, we're gonna just watch you on the sofa.
I'm in the sofa.
And we're gonna just like
I'm in the sofa.
Watch you. We're gonna just like witness you on the sofa, and then we're gonna find out what that can teach us about life and embodiment.
Come into the body.
Okay, so hi. So yeah, Kalia, if you want to join in, and Ananda, if you want to join in, you can also join in, you know, but I'm just gonna start with this consideration. Okay, so what is ordinary? What is ordinariness? What is superficial? What is without substance? What is without depth? What is possible to put in a box? What is possible to comprehend? What is possible to define? What is possible to distinguish? There's a seeing of the blueness of a sofa, a so-called sofa. There's a seeing of that. There's a seeing of a wall, a so-called wall, which is defined by the brain as that, but really it translates into a golden light. There's some shadows. There's some blackish square with something inside it on that wall. What is a wall? What is that blackish square? What is a shadow? What is that light? What is the sun? What is a sofa? What is blue? What is the body lying where it's lying? What is the weight of it? What is the sensation of it? What is breathing? What is closing eyes? What is hearing? What is sensing where the body touches the surface? What is a face? What is a hand? What is silence? What is thinking? What is anything? What is anything?